What's going on, everyone? I'm going to go over the interchangeable band Hawaiian Slings that I'm making and selling. Doing a small batch of these for right now. Pre-orders currently open. There's 3 left. Those will be shipping sometime in January, and I will most likely start a second pre-order early January as well. So this is my take on a dowel sling. It's got a grip that was kind of designed to be based around being super comfortable, which a lot of dowel slings don't have that option. We have an accessory mount. This is a prototype. The accessory mount is going to be a little bit longer on the production ones. This is for mounting a GoPro, a flashlight, or what most people will use it for is a reel. As far as which reel, you can pretty much mount anything that fits on here, but it's really designed around the Cressy R20 or R30. You don't really think you need, a massive 50 or 60 meter reel, but it would most likely fit. Up front we have a loop for a tethered shaft. If you're not going to use a reel but you still want the shaft tethered, you can attach right to here, and that's really good for dirty water, smaller fish, just really not losing the shaft. So go into some of the basics of the reel. Now, obviously the main goal of this was to have a replaceable band. You can just feed the band through. And the band comes right off. Swap to a new band, different length, different draw rate, whatever you want. The options are kind of endless with that. Now, it is a little bit of a tight fit, so it does take a couple extra seconds, but having everything as short and as compact as possible to the sling gives you the most performance from your band. If you put really big loops on and the band sat back here, you're giving up that much of your band stretch. So, yeah, it's a little tight, but nothing compared to like if you had to cut and rewrap a new band on a traditional sling. So 2 other things we're going to offer is replacement bands with a sling cup and replacement bands without a sling cup. So these sling cups, we get a close up here. They're CNC machined in Florida out of a piece of Delrin, and they're just super high quality. They are definitely more expensive than an injection molded made in China cup. So if your sling cup is still good, you can buy just a band rebuild kit. And I'll do a video a little later showing how to swap your sling cup over. The sling cup and band that comes with the sling has 2 rare earth magnets installed, and that will retain either a carbon steel or a 17.4 stainless sling shaft. It will not. If you have a 316 stainless shaft, it will not be magnetic, and that will not work. And our other product here that we've been working on for well over a year to get it functioning exactly how we want it is the shooting line kit. And this will work for your shaft tether, or if you had a reel, you would just hook this right to your reel. So what that's going to come with is this shock cord. and this is it's about 4 inches long. It has the swivel tied in. Not 100% sure if this is exactly what they're going to look like in their production model, but it's going to be along these lines, and this is limited to how far it can stretch. So it'll stretch from about 4 to about 8 inches, and it's just enough when you shoot. If you miss, don't hit something and that shaft goes full range, it's just enough to absorb the shock instead of the shaft just tugging the sling. And here's a close-up of the other end. This mono loop needs to get crimped to your slide ring, so it'll come with crimps, come with the mono. You will need your own crimping tool, and then it comes with a piece of Dyneema jacket. So this is just the same Dyneema cord that the bands use, but the center of it has been removed. It's just a flat jacket from it. Comes with some O-rings. The O-rings, a couple of different options depending on the size of the shaft, but the ones that have been working the best are just a small piece of the band material from the shock cord. And I'll do a more in-depth video on this as well, but it's just the mono gets fed through and crimped. The Dyneema jacket gets fed through the slide ring and tied, and that releases very well from the O-ring without any extra drag. So this band material is made by Primeline. It's some of the better band material that you can buy. It still does wear out pretty quickly. It's stretched to a very high ratio, close to 300%. And it generates a lot of power, a lot of speed, but it does break down fairly quickly, and that's why we are offering the rebuild kits for your band. But it is a huge performance upgrade compared to like a 3/8 band material or something like that. I just want to go over once more. These are 100% handmade by me in Florida. I do very small runs of them during my off season. So if you do want one, jump on that pre-order pretty quick, because I'm limited to how many I can make a year. There's no way I'm going to make 50 or 60 of these in a year. It's just not my main source of work. And then I'll just go over really quick how to put the band back on. So the band naturally lays in one direction. You want to line up your sling cup to that. See how the sling goes. And if you don't get this right, it doesn't really matter, but it'll eventually sort itself out. But to have no twist in the band, this is the best way to do it. You're going to take one ear and one leg and go down from the top. Come all the way down and loop over the bottom of the sling. And that'll sit just like that. Do the other leg down from the top. Around the base. And that's it. All right, so that's an overview. Like I said, keep on the lookout. I'm going to be posting a lot of detailed videos of each component, how to set it up, how to rig it, how to use it. And if you already placed the pre-order, I appreciate it. If you haven't, there'll be a link in the description. And I appreciate you watching. Catch you on the next one.